Alright everybody, welcome to the NextGen race here at Auto Club. Please remain off track until after the drivers meeting is completed. Tonight we will have 110 laps with no stage breaks. We have one fast repair and 4 sets of tires. A few things to note: the only black flags that will be cleared are passing under yellow due to wrecked cars and wrecking into the pits. We will not clear any black flags for speeding through the pits or unsafe pit entry or exit. During restarts, keep the pack tightened up. Laying back to jump the restart will result in a penalty. When taking the green flag, you must maintain your line until you cross the start-finish line. After the yellow flag is out and you have safely made it through the wreckage, catch up to the pace cars to prevent delaying any others entering the pits. When cycling through the pit stops, please state that you are going to be going into the pits, and have fun, everybody. You're welcome.
You gotta say it 2 times as fast if you want to drive under there.
I can't read that fast.
And here we are. I'm here with Edwin. Edwin, how are you?
I'm doing good, sir. Gonna have a wonderful race here today.
Awesome. We are at Auto Club here. We got a lineup. This is our final race of this season and into the playoffs. We have a 5-week playoff coming up here. Should be fun.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a real interesting one. Charles Connor is trying to hold on to his playoff position. Tanner Honeycutt's trying to get his way in there, but he's in a must-win scenario. So it's gonna be real fun watching these guys go through this track.
You know, here are our people right now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show, if I can here, the points. So if you take a look here on the screen, Tom Ringer, Brandon Hinton, Chuck Burley, Todd, but look down here at the bottom, it's top 8 that goes to the playoffs. So we have a couple people on the line. Let's see what happens with them later in the race. But while we get lined up here, Edwin, they have the honor.
All right, let's get our starting lineup going here right now. Tanner Honeycutt of TRN Racing starting on pole with Todd Perrott from Ratfink bringing it home, P2. And we got Tyler Waltz, another Ratfink guy. And then your first Beer Run Racing driver, Matthew Tennant, coming home in P4, starting this race. Then we've got Brandon Hinton, TRN's driver there as well. Thomas Long, free agent. He's going to be starting in row 3. Masterful start from him. Then we got Ryan Godfrey, a Beer Run Racing guy, with Jackson Cottingham. He is a new guy. This is his first race here in NextGen. Let's see what he can do. Then we got Mark Holloway, a Ratfink driver. Charles Connor, the guy on that cut line right now, starting P10 in row 5. He's a TRN driver as well. Then we've got Chuck Burley, Ratfink's famous design maker, starting alongside Christian Clark, Beer Run Racing driver as well.
I like the new paint.
Then we've got Tad Dabney, another Beer Run guy, with Sean Dion, Ratfink driver. They're going to be row 7. And then after them, some guys who did not qualify, we're going to have Tom Ringer, Brian Sousa, and then Austin Knight.
Hey, sir.
All right, Edwin,
Good luck.
coming around here. What do you think's going to happen? You rooting for anybody?
I appreciate it.
Well, I'm obviously going to be rooting for the pole sitter. The pole sitter is always a guy good rooting for. But one thing about Tanner is he tends to just appear towards the end of the race. So it's going to be interesting to watch what he can do at the end of the race. Another guy that I'm really going to be looking at, and I know I say his name a lot, but Charles Connor. He's quick around here. He's got some pace. In practice, he was really making these guys have to go out there and push their machinery to get a faster lap than him. So I think he's going to have some good pace. He's just got to keep his nose clean and pay attention to everything else going around on the track.
We have 18 cars on the field here. Well, 17 cars.
And we do got a lot of new paint schemes out here being sported right now, especially from the Ratfink crew. I don't think I've seen that one from Todd Perrott. It's beautiful. I'm used to him being in different colors, but him in that new vehicle starting on the front row, I think he's trying to set a tone. He's trying to get out there and he's trying to make himself known as a true playoff contender. Charles Connor also has a new paint scheme as well. It's just kind of an updated version of his. Again, remember, based off our last couple sponsors, Ratfink Paint Shop or Graphic Shop, they have sponsored a week. That's some of their cars out there. And then TRN Racing Designs, they sponsored last week as well. And they've got some interesting paint schemes out there today too. So get yourself a nice, beautiful paint scheme. Come race with us in DES iRacing and come have a great time as Pace Car is going to be pulling off now. It's going to be an interesting start. I think the outside's going to prevail on the inside going into turn 1. Unless Tanner can get a beautiful jump. The start is on the green, so they're more likely to stay next to him. As he does get a nice jump, he's going to actually clear the 69. That's going to help him out a lot. He's going to move up high, and he's going to try and carry momentum through the corner as he's got Brandon Hinton, his teammate, following him through. But Todd Perrott from Canadier is going to carry that momentum. 4-car round in the back. 4-car round in the back. Caution out. He stopped on track.
Uh-oh. Well, we had a pretty quick caution there. Let's take a look. Somewhere around here. Chuck Burley's the 4, right?
Chuck Burley in that 4 machine.
Oh, I gotta fix that camera angle. Edwin, it's gonna drive me nuts. I hate that high.
Yeah, I could see how it would. But while he's fixing that camera angle, we're going to take a look real quick. You see him, and he just a little too much throttle. Got an air bubble pushed up on the back of him, and it just snapped it around. But the great thing is, he didn't touch it. So that's going to be good. He can continue running. He's just going to be dropping to the back of the field. You know, things happen. Shouldn't be upset about that. Don't get discouraged. That's going to put the heat in the tires that he wants. He might have a little bit more wear than he wants. But things happen, you know, and
yeah, that's cold tires right there, man. Around the first.
Something about them damn rat pink drivers spinning on lap 1.
Yeah, and he's not a bad driver. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna reset himself.
Oh.
He's not gonna psych himself out, and he's gonna get back out there and he's gonna run the way he needs to. That's all it is. But he's back there with Tyler Waltz.
And I didn't have them muted, so they've been hearing the track banter as well. And as you can hear, they're giving each other crap a little bit. Friendly.
Yeah, he got crap from his own teammate, too.
Yeah, I can do that.
But interesting shake-up in the front. Tanner is going to continue leading. Todd Perron's going to maintain P2. But Brandon Hinton's going to be there, and so is Matthew Tennant. Now, right before that caution happened, Matthew Tennant was going to pass Brandon Hinton. He was 100% going to pass him. But the caution came out, and it saved him. Now, I want to see something different from Hinton here today, all right? And I want to talk about this. Every time we go to these multi-groove tracks, Hinton is suction cupped to the bottom. It pays off for him a lot, but there are other times where it doesn't. I want to see him kind of shake up his line, move up high, move down low, get all around the track. He's second in points with, I believe, no wins on the season. It'd be a good idea to get a win before the playoffs start. Yeah, he's got no wins on the season. He's second in points with 0 wins. The next 2 people, Chuck Burley, Todd Perront, both have wins. So it would be pretty nice to see him shake it up, get a win, and, you know, really give himself some serious momentum into the playoffs. Tanner Honeycutt sporting that new paint scheme. It's looking pretty beautiful out there right now. You know, he's got a Trackhouse Racing inspired paint scheme right now. It's the number 13. It's not a number Trackhouse uses.
I'm showing our points right now, Edwin, on the screen. We got Tanner Honeycutt in first, and he's in 12th in the points. He's going to make it all the way to 8th with Charles Connor, Jerry, who's not here, correct? And Sean Dion and Thomas Long in between them.
Yeah, Jerry's not here because he is on vacation with his family. He will not be making any races throughout the rest of the season. So, love him. Wish he was here. He's an amazing driver. I know he wishes he was here too.
But there's going to be a shakeup at the for the top 8 here at the end of this. It's going to be interesting at the end of this race, Edwin.
Oh yeah, we're going to have a big change in points. You know, these guys, they're battling hard. You know, I've been in their position with the ARCA series, and I made a stupid mistake at this track, and it cost me my chance to get into the playoffs. These guys can't do that. Charles Connor has to be smart. Tanner has to be aggressive. There's a lot going on right now. We're coming around 3 and 4. Pace car is about to pull off. We're about to get back to green flag racing today.
All right,
now
Edwin,
the
here
start
we
is
are.
on the leader. Tanner, beautiful jump. Look how he clears the field. That's what he wants to see, because now he can pull up to the wall and enter the corner the way he wants to. Well, look at that. Hinton's going to sail past the 69, but is he going to have the momentum to stay in front of him now, or is the 69 going to come back? 69 is trying to get back there. Todd Perrant is trying to chase him down, just does not have the speed. Tennant and Ryan Godfrey in tow. Beer Run Racing guys, they're all right there. Tanner's going to hit the bottom side in that 13. He's going to run the bottom, carry that momentum. But look at that. 69 uses the outside. Todd Perrant's going to try and clear the 5 car. Doesn't look like he's quite able to. The 5 car battles back on the inside. So now it's the 13. He needs to set the pace. But he's got a whole bunch of cars right behind him waiting for their chance to pounce. Now Todd Perrant clears the 5 of Brandon Hinton. So now they're in motion.
Man, we got some side-by-side racing up here, Edwin. Oh.
Yeah, the lead's
Todd
looking like
Perrant,
it's changing
Tanner
hands.
Honeycutt.
Todd Perrant. Now here's my concern about Todd Perrant. Yes, he's going for the lead, but is he burning up his material? And he's not even getting away from the 13 either, but he is towing the 6 up to them. So Ryan Godfrey might sneak his way into P2 and potentially have a chance to chase down the leader.
And you know, lately in DES here, even take flag runs and heard of. Did have a caution right at the beginning, but run.
If it follows the trend of the Dover race that happened on Wednesday, that early caution will be the only caution. And I mean, as you see, Tanner's going backwards. He's now down to P5. He might have to pull himself off that bottom line, but I get why he's there. He's trying to protect his tires. He wants to make sure he can go as long as possible on his tires without an issue. But let's not take away credit from Todd Perrant. He went up there and he took that race lead. And he is going to hold on to it. Something happening with the 6 car. All of a sudden, what just happened there? He like disappeared and then went backwards fast.
I guess.
Well, he did the smart thing. He disappeared and then he lifted and he stayed out of the way and he allowed people past him. So he went back to P9, but he did the smart thing. He didn't want to ruin anybody's race. That is Ryan Godfrey who let that issue happen. Well, that's going to allow Matthew Tennant to get to the P2 position, who is running a higher line and trying to chase down the 69. But look who's catching them. 5 car Brandon Hinton running the bottom is catching them right now. Yeah, they're running hard out there. They're talking about that disappearing act right now. So they've got to get focused back. They got to focus on their race right now. Don't be worried about the 6.
Yeah, I'm just following the 6 flag and I might. No,
Yeah, once he gets another flicker, I would definitely consider an EOL. But right now, Todd Perrant has been caught by Matthew Tennant, and Matthew Tennant is going for that race lead right now. He's using a middle line to get up there. Oh, Todd Perrant's going to run him up high. He's going to try and take that momentum from him. But by doing that, it allows the 5 car to get a little closer.
right, so Todd keeps that lead for now.
If he keeps doing what he just did right there, right as that car gets to him, he runs up a little bit more. he's definitely going to maintain the lead because these next-gen cars, they're very good at aero blocking the car behind you. But the moment he thinks that it's not okay, that he's okay, and Matthew Tennant goes high, he could be in a world of hurt. Like right now, you see Matthew Tennant is sailing that outside. He might have a run towards 3 and 4, but he's not actually. He had to scrub off speed on exit of turn 2, which is going to allow the 5 car to get there. The 5 car is going to dart down low. He's going for that position now. They are fighting hard right now. A little too much fight for this early in the race. I mean, look at Tanner. He's even moved up. He's in that P4 position. He's moved up. But a guy we're not talking about, Thomas Long, look at him chilling in that P5 position. He's in a nice space. He's still getting a tow from the lead lap cars, not really giving much of a tow to the guys behind him, and he's just cruising. And he's running a lane higher than the bottom right now. So he's doing a great job out there preserving his equipment. Look for him to come towards the front. Ooh, Matthew Tennant cuts it close on Tanner Honeycutt. He's lost that position to the 5 car, and now he's going to lose it to Tanner Honeycutt in the 13. But he battles back on the outside, actually. Let's see if he can hold off Tanner. Tanner goes low. 59 goes low. He's going to aero block the 13. He's going to cause the 13 to lose a little bit of momentum. Look at how that gap is forming a bit more.
Watch and make that paint black in the for the race.
Yeah, he was hard as work on that one. But now he's really got to focus on getting by that 59. But look at the 5 car. 5 car is now trying to get after Todd Perront. But Todd Perront's really good at the aero blocks right now. 59 is going to go high. 5 car is going to go low into 69. Let's see who prevails in which battle. 2 battles. 13. Beautiful slide job on the 59. He's going to take P3, but he's going to allow him to have the inside. So he's going to be looking to use momentum to carry himself through. 5 cars on the inside of the leader, too.
And the 13 and the 59 were side by side back there. Well,
59 is actually going to rebound and take that position back. And he is now going to maintain P3. But look at the leaders. Look how they're dropping back to them. They're side by side. That's hurting them.
Back and forth, man.
Yeah, you simply can't do this. You got to make the pass. If you don't make the pass, you're bringing somebody up. Because look who's also caught Thomas Long and is now battling for P5. Christian Clark. So we've got battles for the whole top 6 positions right now. So they really
I think
got
Brandon finally took that position. Huh?
Yeah, Brandon finally got him, but let's see how Todd Perront responds. He's pushing him through. Let's see how he responds into the corner. He's going to let Hinton go to the bottom, and he's also going to go to the bottom. So he's going to allow the 5 car to maintain that position. You know, the mind of the 5 car. That man's a crew chief and a driver all at the same time. And a spotter. He's in his own mind, he is telling himself where he needs to run, where to improve, where to get better, what other people are doing. He is doing all 3 jobs that are needed for a race-winning team by himself. And the thing that's crazy is he still doesn't have a win this season. He is our original next-gen champion, but doesn't have a win right now.
Knows how from season to season change.
Yeah, and things change a lot. I mean, you've got guys who've been race winners, been high in points, now sitting low across all the series. So he's doing what he needs to do, but I'm don't put it past him. He's not going to go this whole season without a win. Tanner going for that P3 position again, but look who's right there in tow. He's caught them. The man, the master at saving tires, has caught these guys. That's something they should be worried about. That's something about Charles Connor that you could speak on any day of the week. You can talk about his broadcast skills. He's amazing at it. You can talk about his racecraft. He's pretty good at it. But the one thing... Oh, we got a caution. We got a caution. What's brought out the caution? Looks like Charles Connor had an issue.
Ryan Godfrey. Charles Connor. Is this?
Looks like Charles Connor, Mark Holloway, and Tom Ringer all together. Oh, and he just gets loose on the bottom. Does he hit the wall? He hits the wall.
Does have a quick...
And he's definitely going to have to be using it right now. I mean, he definitely hurt himself. And, you know, those leaders, they're probably happy they saw that, because that 99 of Christian Clark, he was coming. He was moving. And I think he was a lot further back and passed a lot of cars to get into that position. So that's a guy you want to be worried about. A green flag run, a long green flag run, you don't want that 99 behind you.
Edwin, we're going to take a look at commercial.
Hey, Mike, I know you think your truck is totally sick, but this is what I think of your precious 4x4 hang out all day with your stupid friend's truck! Push it!
Thank you, Agent State Farm.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Cut. Hey, Arnold, I'm hearing neighbor. It's neighbor.
That's what I said. Neighbor.
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 Hey, let's go again.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Cut.
Now what?
It's neighbor.
Neighbor!
Cut.
Neighbor.
Yeah, neighbor. Just like it's written on the paper. This lady is in labor!
Cut.
Look at this. This is labor. Like a good neighbor. That was the sheep. And you know it.
It's like you're cold. Brr.
Yeah, I'm cold. Bah. Neighbor.
Still no.
Like a good neighbor.
Cut.
Burr.
Bah.
Burr.
Bah.
Burr.
Bah.
Neighbor.
Neighbor.
Burr.
Bah.
Burr.
Bah! Get me under this chopper.
It's pronounced chopper.
Don't.
It is.
Neighbor! A little bit more concealer.
Hey, Arnold. Got a bit of a script change.
Script change.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we are, Edwin. Little incident hit here. Ryan Godfrey took off out of his... Oh,
Looks like he was fine, and then he just put too much throttle into it, snapped it around. But these guys are entering turn 3, about to get back to green flag running. I know Ryan Godfrey didn't want to do that, but he did, unfortunately. So he's just got to get his head on squared away again and get back at it. And Tom Ringer is now up to P4. I have a sneaking suspicion this man did not take fire.
So
he is on the first page. Go back to the first page. He's on the first page. 1475.
Oh, no.
That's a good pit stop right there, as we're about to go green flag running again, and we're off. That's okay. We'll get it squared away, and there it goes. You already got it fixed. That's how we know your broadcasting skills are next level. Hinton's going to take over the race lead with Matthew Tennant now sliding into P2. Tom Ringer in P4 with Tanner Honeycutt sitting in P5. Now, based off that first long laps run, I'm going to keep my eye on the 99 of Christian Clark, who is battling Chuck Burley right now. I'm going to keep my eye on him. I feel like he's going to save his tires and drive to the front again. I mean, that was crazy what he did in that first stint. Todd Perrott to the outside again like he did before, and he's going to use that momentum to clear his teammate of Tom Ringer, but he's accidentally going to bring Tanner Honeycutt with him, because now Tanner's going to pass the 68. Yeah, I got a sneaking suspicion that he may have taken only 2 tires or something like that and just sat there for some damage repair, because he's going backwards fast already. He's been passed by 2 cars now. Matthew Tennant all over the back of Brandon Hinton now. He is all over him. He is trying to find a way around because he knows that 69 of Todd Perron of Canada is coming after him. And looks like Hinton's going to go all the way to the bottom. Like I said, I want to see him change lanes, but if the bottom's working for him, why does he need to, you know?
Keeping odd per button top. Hold on.
Yeah, and it looks like there's a little bit of separation now between those groups already. Tanner's doing the smart move. He's preserving his tires early on, and then he's going to move up lanes. But right now, he's just kind of hanging out where he is. Ryan Godfrey, who had that spin, has moved outside of the top 15. So he is still back there trying to gather it back up. But the excitement's right here at the front. Look at this long line of cars. Honestly, all the way back to P9 of Christian Clark is just right on top of each other. And look at them spreading out as they go into the corner.
There's quite a difference of lines between.
Yeah, it looks like Hinton's hugging the white line, while Matthew Tennant's a lane up, and then Todd Perron's about 2 lanes up. So you've got some dispersion from them right now, as they make us liars and all the way to the bottom right
exactly.
now.
It just did that for like 5 laps.
5 laps of different lanes, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. Sounds like Thomas Long is back there getting into the wall every now and then in front of Christian Clark, and Christian Clark says, you're going to have to stop hitting that wall. He tells him like it is, and he is going, look at him, darting down low. He said, I'm done watching you do this craziness. I'm going for the position. Get out of my way. And he's going to clear him. He's going to clear him. Thomas Long doesn't have the momentum to come battle back, so Christian Clark now 2 positions gained. He got the 4 car as well as the 23. Oh, something would happen with the 42, but he's all good now.
$32.
Yeah, we're at 32 out of 110 right now, and it looks like Matthew Tennant is kind of held at bay. He can't do anything. But now we see the 13 of Tanner Honeycutt. He's going after Todd Perron again. Our fellow broadcaster is stuck at work. He's dealing with an alarm situation, so he's trying to make it here, but he's got to do what he's got to do.
Uh-oh.
That 5 car, man, he's so good at maintaining position. But now he's got Matthew Tennant running up high. Let's see if Matthew Tennant can get a run. I think he's actually going to lose more space than he wanted to by trying that. So he's kind of stuck where he's at. He's going to have to get that 5 car off the bottom line if he wants to get around him. Yeah, he's really going to have to get underneath him. He's going to have to get that 5 car out of his position. The 5 car is always known. Brandon Hinton is the biggest bottom feeder I think I've ever seen in my life. That man can roll the bottom on tracks that are high side dominant and still come out on top. So if Tennant wants to get past him, he's got to get him off the bottom line. If anybody wants to get past him, they have to get him off that bottom line. Tom Ringer is actually rebounding pretty well. He's actually back up in that top 5 group. He's back with them. But look who's back there, Christian Clark. He's lurking on Mark Holloway. Like I said, that man on a long run, he knows how to make it to the front. Honestly, I think I have to call Christian Clark Mr. Where Did He Come From? Because the way he drives, you never expect it. Like, take it back to Martinsville in the Next Gen series. Out of nowhere, this guy's going up there and battling the leaders. Out of nowhere. He was nowhere to be seen the whole race, and then boom, here he is up there. He is probably the biggest Mr. Where Did He Come From I've ever seen.
7th place right now.
Yeah, lurking on that car in front of him is Chuck Burley for some reason was all the way down low. As it stands right now, Charles Connor will make the playoffs if he can continue running the way he is. And I think he knows that. I think he knows that's the situation he's in, so he's kind of taking it easy. He's about 3 seconds off of the next car in front of him. I think he's aware of the predicament he's in. Matthew Tennant might have burnt up his material because now he's under threat from the 69 to Todd Perron, which if he lets that 69 through, it's going to bring the 13 with him. They're all going to get there. Tom Ringer might even get there. So he does not want to see these cars breathing down his neck. But see how he's losing pace to the 5 car Brandon Hinton? That's a sign of material is burning up too fast. He's going to block the 69 of Todd Perron, actually run Todd Perron into the wall, which is going to allow the 13 to get right there and tuck up underneath him. and they all go to the higher side. They do a late entry, but Tanner Honeycutt is going to use that momentum to try and put himself on the inside of Todd Perront, and it doesn't look like it's going to work out. Looks like Todd Perront's going to prevail over him, and he's going to have to let that position ride.
Got Todd's teammate right behind him, Tom Ringer.
Yeah, Tom Ringer's getting closer and closer as we go on. So he's there. He's waiting for his chance to pounce. The 99 has fallen off from the 56, so they might not have any threat from behind them. It's just these 5 cars right here. Todd Perront kind of puts himself in the middle of the bottom and second lane, definitely holding off those 2 cars. It's going to allow Tanner Honeycutt to get closer to that 59, and now he's going to dive low, and he's going to try and take that position. But I don't think the inside can do it for them. I think the only person who's really able to make position gains on the inside is Brandon Hinton, and he's already out in front. 99 scrubs the wall in front of the 4 car, but keeps it collected. Yeah, Ryan Godfrey has fallen off quite a lot. He was on the exit of turn 4 as these guys are exiting turn 2. So he is far back there. He's in the potential of becoming the first car to get lapped if these guys catch him. You know, one interesting thing about this race right now, I want to bring this up. A lot of heavy hitters who we see usually running up front. You know, you got Tyler Waltz, Brian Souza. They're mired in the back. They're not even in the top 10 right now. So that's an interesting thing. That should tell you how this track is hard to get a hang on. As Tanner Honeycutt actually passed Matthew Tennant. He missed it. But now he's going after Todd Perront, and he wants to get back up there running behind his teammate and eventually catch up to his teammate and pass him.
So, Edwin, I'm showing the points right now. We have obviously our leaders here, but what do you see back here? You know, Mark Hall, Matthew Tennant, Charles Conn, 8th. Gary Bergeson, which is not here. Sean Dion and Thomas Long. Thomas Long is in 10th right now.
I see that. I don't know. It's a tough one.
My question is with Connor down there at 14th point. Thomas Long up there, 10th. 239 against Charles 264. Not enough.
Yeah, it looks like Thomas Long is about 23 points off of Charles Connor. Now, Charles Connor, like you said, he's running P14, but Thomas Long is in P10. That is nowhere near enough. You are not going to beat him that way. And then, you know, Sean Dion, he's only 3 points off of Charles Connor. Now, Sean Dion is sitting 2 positions in front of him, which will give Charles Connor the playoff berth by 1 point. So, Sean Dion has to get another position. He has to keep 3 cars between him and Charles Connor. He has to do that. There's no way around that. Thomas Long, with Charles Connor running where he is, he's pretty much mathematically out it unless he wins this race. So you've got 2 guys in must-win positions, Tanner Honeycutt, and then Sean Dion, or who did I say? Yeah, Thomas Long. They are in must-win situations. They have to go up there and win. Now, Tanner Honeycutt's is a little harder. Even if he wins this race, those guys need to be 15th and below. So they would have to wreck out now, or at any point right now before a car goes a lap down for him to have a playoff berth. So it's going to be a tough one. And, you know, they're probably not thinking about that. They're running their race. They want to be smart. But as of right now, Charles Connor has that spot, and he's going to get it, as he's actually even catching a car in front of him. So if he makes a pass on somebody, that's even worse for them.
Who is that catching who?
Charles Connor is currently catching the newcomer in the 42. He is about to potentially make a pass, which is going to make it worse on them.
And we do welcome our newcomer, Jackson Cotterman, back there in 13th place.
Yeah, he's doing a pretty good job. You know, he's being consistent. He's trying to stay out of people's ways, but he just drifted up right there. And that's going to allow Charles Connor to have that momentum. And now let's see if Charles Connor can make the pass. And he does. And let's see if he can stick it through 3 and 4. And he does. He's definitely sticking that through 3 and 4. That is officially locking Charles Connor into the playoffs right now.
Now, the 42 might be watching this later and wondering why his paint job looks different. Is because he did have a static 3-digit number on his paint job. So
Yeah, you got to have your number present on your car. It has to match what you are registered as. If you don't, we're going to fix it for you, and we're going to give you one. I think it's happened to me before, too, so I can't be mad at that.
Happen a lot.
I don't think we've had it happen in a while, but yeah, no, it's happened before. So Charles Connor now with that position, like I said, has locked himself into the playoffs, and he is somewhat catching Sean Dion. He is actually starting to reel him in. What? Todd Perront has fallen back from the 5 car, so he's going to be eventually in the clutches of the 13, but it looks like they've kind of stabilized where they are. I'm not really seeing any passes or anything going on right now. Now, I did not know what their fuel run was, but we probably are creeping up on green flag pit stops, which are an interesting shakeup. And there you go. 99 said he's pitting in. He's going for those fresh tires, and he's going to try and gain an advantage right now. Let's see if he gets slowed down for pit road. Oh, he spins it! That's not going to bring out a caution because he is behind that wall.
Let's try to see what happened here.
So he woes up. He's doing a great job slowing it up. But now he's on the brakes a little too hard right there. He's on the brakes too hard. Now the front end stops, but the rear end keeps pushing, and that's going to send the car around. And he hits pit road, and he actually slides through his pit stall too.
Oh, no.
6 cars going to make it on the pit road scot-free,
and
though.
Here we have a fight right now with Tom Ringer and Matthew Tennant side by side. We're going back and forth. Let's take a look at this for a second, Edwin.
And it looks like Tom Ringer's going to clear him, but Matthew Tennant's going to dart down low, and he's going to say, hey, man, I'm not willing to give up this position yet. And he goes down low. And, you know, we love Matthew Tennant out here, but he is one of the most feisty people when it comes to passing him. He's being gracious right now, but look how he drives it off the corner, goes up there. He's trying to snuff out the speed the 68 has. He's aggressive. When you have to pass him, he's going to make you work for it. He's not going to hit you, not going to wreck you, but you're going to work for that pass. And it looks like Tom Ringer had worked him over, and he's going to take that position. Now, fresh tires versus old tires. 13 cars going to be
Tanner
pitted now.
Honeycutt,
He's going to hit
number
pit road.
23 is also going to pit the 59. Matthew Tennant. A lot of people coming in right now, Edwin.
42 coming down as well. Matthew Tennant, I think, needed it the most. His tires were gone. But look how he closed the gap on the 13. much more aggressive entry into pit road, and that's going to allow him to gain a little bit of time. Nine car Beer Run Racing driver also going to be hitting pit road. Now, Tanner does have that first pit stall as he is the pole winner. So it's going to give him a better advantage of getting a drive off pit road.
Oh, a
Looks
little
like Todd
swappy there.
also in. Yeah, he didn't announce it to anybody. He just started down. But that's called that quick reaction timing. Brandon Hinton's still out on track. The 13 is going to continue on. He's going to actually widen his gap between him and the 59 a little bit now.
Brandon Hinton, Tom Ringer still out there. We got Chuck Burley still out there, and Mark Holloway. Tyler Waltz, 51 just announced he's bidding. 50 announced he's bidding.
Now, as I'm sitting here broadcasting, I do want to make it known I got a big storm rolling in, so if I disappear, it's because of that. But I am going to be here watching this excitement as long as I can. 13 back on track. He is the second car a lap down. Sean Dion is in front of him. I'm sorry, Todd Perron is in front of him.
Well, just about everybody else pitted here. We have Tom Ringer now in our lead. We have Mark Holloway in second back here. He had just announced he's going in the pit. Right now we have Brandon Hinton, who is in the pit. So Tom Ringer is really the only person left out there.
Now, I think he pitted early on, and he gave himself that position. As now
34. He has the same amount as everybody else who just went in the pits.
Yeah, he's holding it on. He's holding true. He's probably hoping for a caution, because if a caution comes out, all these guys have to take a wave around. So he's guaranteed to get back into his position. But you don't want to be out there so long. As Mark Holloway, I believe, is going to pit road. Look at the time elapse between them. Mark Holloway hit pit road. Tom Ringer now coming to pit road. You know, Tom Ringer, he's the king of off-cycling people. I've seen him be off-cycle so many times, and it pays off sometimes. It doesn't other times. But as you see right now, as we look back at the running order, this is going to be your fight for the lead. Todd Perront has jumped Brandon Hinton, and now Hinton's going to have to fight back on him. Now, we did see Brandon Hinton go up and pass him using that bottom line, but now Todd Perront's in tire save mode. So if he's in tire save mode, he has a good chance of maintaining this lead now. As they go up and pass Tom Ringer now. So now it is those guys. Tom Ringer's actually going to cycle back into the P3 position. He's actually going to gain some positions off of that. Normally we see the late pitter lose positions, but he's actually gained some right now.
Tanner Honeycutt's breathing down his neck, though, wants that position back.
Yeah, and his tire's a little bit warmer, so he has... Oh, man. He has a chance to take over that position again. Tanner is going to be looking for every ability he can to get past that car. And we're going to have a nice little crank it up moment while these leaders are battling and see if we can watch this pass. So go ahead, Damon, give them a crank it up. Let's watch the 5-car fight with the 69.
All right.
All right, and we're back. Now, we had a bit of shakeup in that time where we were letting you listen to the guys run some laps. Tom Ringer has hit pit road early. I believe he's just trying to offset himself so that he doesn't have to pit again for the end of this race. And then at the same time, you also have Charles Connor now jumping up to P9. Now, he had originally jumped to P10, but now he's up to P9, which is even more locking him into the playoffs. We saw Tanner Honeycutt get past Matthew Tennant for P3 as well. But the problem with Tom Ringer's strategy here is normally what he just did would be perfect. And I have to say, it would be perfect. But you've got Brandon Hinton leading this race by a second and a half over Todd Perron. Brandon Hinton is one of the best at fuel saving tire management there is. So there's a good chance he can go these last 35 laps or 36 laps right now. I doubt it, but all he's going to need is a splash and go, and then he's off to the races. So I'm curious to see how this strategy is going to shake out. Now, with Charles Connor getting into P9, there is now mathematically no chance for anybody to beat him in the playoff points right now. They have to get past him by 4 positions, which is a tall ask. So, mathematically, that 67 is going to be your playoff driver. And now look at these drivers continue on. They are doing everything in their power to make this race work. So Tom Ringer, he's in an interesting position. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go take a look at our race leader, which is going to be Brandon Hinton, who has led so many laps today. And again, he did it while bottom feeding. I want to see this guy shake up his line. I want to see him change things up. But when it works so well to continue running where he is, why does he need to? He's running hard out there. I mean, he's still consistent, and you could definitely tell he's backing off his corners a little bit. But you see he's maintained his tire so much, he's still gaining on the next car. He's still pulling away. Him and Todd Perron are in a totally different zip code right now. This is crazy. Mr. Where did he come from? He got into the wall, and now he's got some damage. He is now going to have to hit pit road. He is the last car on a lead lap. That's going to be a problem for him. That's going to be real hard for him to battle back after adversity now. Looks like Ted Dabney, Ryan Godfrey, they're all going to pit as well. The 59 is going to pit. Beer Run Racing is hitting pit road together. But the 59's got a car underneath him, so he's got to back off more just to avoid that car and get down there. But the 54 is going to hit pit road with him as well. Oh, we got a spinner on pit road. Who was that? Dude, don't back out. Oh, Ryan Godfrey, man. That's Austin Knight. Austin Knight. Oh, he just clipped the grass and it sent him around. '99 is going to exit pit road and he's going to maintain his position. He did a great job took a fast repair, his fast repair, got that car fixed, and now he's back out there going to be getting rocking and rolling. But we've got Tyler Walt's first car lap down right now. Or Tom Ringer first car lap down. I apologize. Tyler Waltz is in the P2 position of lap down cars. Now again, Charles Connor is up to P6. So depending on when he comes to pit road, he's going to just help his playoff berth a little bit more because he is in front of Sean Dion. And then you have Thomas Long, who did pit and is multiple positions behind him. He is 6 positions behind him. Look at this gaggle right here right now of cars coming out of pit road. Guys still on track. That's crazy. If I was Chuck Burley, I'd be a little bit uncomfortable about that. You know, after our sponsorship of Darts Without Feathers, I think that cleaned up a lot of things. You know, a dart without feathers is somebody who doesn't understand where they're at on track or what they're doing, right? And I think after we had that and we put it on the main stage, race. Oh, we got a car round. Oh, we got cars wrecking. Who was that that disappeared
that was
right there in the
some
middle
sort
of the
lag.
track? The 42 is parked in the middle of the track. Everybody goes to avoid it, and they just collide. The 6 and the 59 collide. "42 is leaving pit road." Let's see if we can see what happens. So he's leaving pit road. All's good right now. All squared away right now. He's all good. And then he just too much throttle. He slides, gets onto the track. He's stopping it. That's what he's aiming to do. And then he resets his car. He gets it out of the way as soon as possible. But iRacing is going to call a caution when somebody is stopped on track. So as soon as it called that caution, it screwed everybody.
All right. Let's go to a commercial here. We'll be right back.
Hey, Mike.
Burrito run! Who's in? I want to burrito run!
You don't have to literally
Let's do
run.
burrito run.
They're eggs on weed, and we all agree they've got no idea where this is going to lead.
I know what they say, but there are benefits to driving high.
Yeah, like focus benefits.
We're keeping it safe.
Wait. We're focused, man. Yeah.
Is that a word?
Yeah, because we're doing it right now. We're focusing. Hello. Hey, I'm so focused that I deserve like a medal or like a crown and a scepter or something with my name on it.
Wait, what?
Marijuana, stimulating, mind-expanding, safer to use than alcohol. It's the in thing, the hula hoop of the jet generation. Marijuana is an intoxicating, mind...
And we're back. We had a bit of a technical difficulties. Our producer is working on that right now. A bit of a crazy three-wide situation towards the back, but we've got Brandon Hinton, Todd Perrant taking the lead. Then you got Tanner Honeycutt. He's going to cycle through to P3. You got Mark Holloway in P4. And then Charles Connor, out of nowhere, is now up to P5 and challenging potentially for P4. Jackson Cotterman is the guy who was caught up in that incident. For some reason, he snapped right there. He did everything he could. He got himself out of the way as fast as possible. Unfortunately, Matthew Tennant was not able to react in time, and that's going to be an end to his race as well. So we're back to green flag running right now. These guys are racing hard. Look at that. Tanner Honeycutt's going to try and hold on to that P3 position. Mark Holloway trying to get up there. So you've got two TRN cars, let me just go full encompass of your top 5. It is 3 TRN cars versus 2 Rat Fink Racing cars, but don't count out Tom Ringer in that P7 position. He did get those fresher tires. He's back on the lead lap. He knows that his strategy isn't going to work now, and he is going to race hard. You got a Beer Run Racing guy also splitting in there. Brian Souza, he's in P6. Him and his teammate Christian Clark is in the P9 position. It looks like the top 10 positions are dominated by 3 teams right now, 3 teams that are battling constantly throughout this entire season, and they don't want it to come to an end now, because the playoffs is the time to shine as an individual. The regular season is the time to shine as a team, so it's time to get your team moving forward. As Todd Perrant's now going to be looking at coming after Brandon Hinton in that top position. He wants that lead. But the problem is Todd Perrant knows that if he passes him on the outside, Brandon Hinton is going to come back on the inside. So he's got to get him off that bottom. And he is unable to here going in 3 and 4, so he's going to run that second to third groove right now. He's going to have Tanner Honeycutt in tow with him. Mark Holloway right back there. Charles Connor right there with them as well in the P5 position. He's going to be bringing up the next group with Brian Souza, Tom Ringer, Tyler Waltz, and Thomas Long. Thomas Long, why is this guy not signed to a team? This man can drive. Somebody needs to pick him up. So and we are back, and we're joined by our Legacy Trucks regular season champion here, Max Dinda, who's going to have to be battling for his championship starting tomorrow. Max, how you doing today?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing great. Watching this phenomenal racing. These guys have been doing some real good green flag runs, but they've got multiple grooves out there. What are you thinking about the race?
Yeah, this racetrack, it's too bad that they demolished it, but back when it was in action, it was just a blast to race here and to watch. So it's a fun track, fun to see him racing out here.
Yeah, and you see that the 5-car Brandon Hinton, he's staying true to a bottom feeder line, but we have seen that this is a multi-groove track. So we raced at a track that has multi-groove last week at Chicagoland, so we kind of have a little inside info on multi-groove tracks. If you were in the position of Todd Perrant in P2, where are you looking to run, knowing that any lane can prevail?
Anywhere where 5 isn't running, just because dirty air in this car is so huge. So you just want to be in clean air. So I'd be running a few lanes up probably from Brandon Hinton.
What about the tire wear? Would you be concerned about that with this late in the race? I mean, they only got 10 laps on their tires right now.
No, I mean, the bottom or top, I don't really see which one can save tires better. So it's just how you run the track, really. So I wouldn't be too concerned about them at this point in the race, but yeah.
Well, if we look at P3, we just had a change of position. Mark Holloway actually was able to prevail over Tanner Honeycutt on the outside lane. I love multi-group tracks. I'm an outside guy. I wish I was a bottom feeder, but I like the middle to the high lane. And I think Mark Holloway has it hooked up right in that perfect area.
Yeah, the high lane is my go-to, except for saving tires. You know, the bottom is usually better for saving tires, but if you want to get rolling, go to the high side.
Yeah, with them being 16 laps to go, I think the high line is about to start prevailing a little bit more. They're going to have to start moving up there and really get going right now. Now, as far as the playoff picture, Charles Connor has it locked up. He is getting into the playoffs right now, running in that P5 position. As they go past a lap car right now, Ryan Godfrey does the right thing, gets out of the way, and he's going to probably run higher towards that wall right now just to stay out of the way, and he actually doesn't. He actually darts down. But he's got no pace, so, I mean, where's he going to go? Because he's got two cars coming up on him as a bat out of hell right now.
Yep, just going to let him go by. Good choice.
Oh, but he hits the wall. Do you think he might be kind of impacting their race right now?
They might have to, if they like run on the top, they might have to go to the bottom for a turn, but not too much. Usually just find your way around them. Hopefully they hold their line. Yep, and everybody seems to go by him, so they're all clear.
Yeah, he does the right thing and gets out of the way, but look who's creeping into that picture trying to get a top 3 position. Charles Connor is moving towards the right direction. If you're in the position to 67, where are you going, Max?
Just trying to stay with the people in front of me. If I get a good run, I can maybe make it 3 wide on the front straightaway, but just seeing which lane will be faster and follow them.
Now, Max, me and you are tomorrow. We start our fight for our championship, and we're doing that at Bristol, a track you're really good at. What while we're watching these guys wind down laps, what are you looking forward to in that Bristol race? What are you going to be trying to do?
Just hopefully get pole and just keep it out front. Try to stay out of trouble. Save my tires as well as I can while staying in the lead, and then just pace myself from there.
Yeah, so me and you both share a similar problem. We are tire burners. We hurt our tires a lot. Do you think at Bristol in a short track that we might be a little bit better opportunity to save our tires, or do you think that our main focus is staying out of the wall?
Both. I mean, for me, saving tires varies by track. So Bristol, I know how to save tires there. So I can be running first, fastest car on the track while saving tires at Bristol. So I think I'll have a good shot at saving tires. Just about everybody else keeping it clean and green.
So while we watch this fight here, as Tyler Waltz jumps in there and takes position from his teammate as well as Charles Connor, look at them 3 wide right now. Which car would you prefer? I think I'd want to be where the 56 is.
Yeah, the high line just going to roll by him on the back straightaway here. It's clear of him, so.
Yeah, Charles Connor's doing the right thing, kind of maintaining smart, but he's got 3 Rat Fink guys lined up right there on his outside, so that's a potential of 3 positions lost. So he's got to do something, and look at him, he slots right up there in between them, and if I was him, I'd roll a little bit higher on that lane.
Yeah, all of this battling that they've been doing, just letting the top 2 run away with it. Cannon Honeycutt's now are starting to run away from him, too.
Oh, 67 snaps! Oh!
Hard into the wall. Tom Ringer's in it. Ooh, Mark Holloway. Oh, wait, no.
That's going to be a caution. Mark Holloway made it through. It looks like he's
Tyler Waltz.
Like Tyler Waltz.
That was a hard hit to the outside wall.
I think he just got too much throttle. Let's see here, coming in. He slots in perfectly fine. I think he just felt the pressure. Well, he gets a little bump there, but that's not going to upset him. And then just, yeah. I think he just, yeah, he picked up the throttle a little too soon. Oh, that arrow wash too didn't help.
Yep. I mean, the way that these cars are, like if you overcorrect just a little bit, it'll just snap out of control. So it could have been from the 54 being behind him and just putting air on a spoiler and just turning him around, but
it's really no one's fault in that situation. I mean, like, there's nothing much you can do, but we're going to take a quick commercial break and then we'll come back for the last 5.
Red Bull gives you wings. Red Bull gives you wings. Red Bull gives you wings. Red Bull.
Bud. Wines. Bud. Wines. Bud. Bud. Wines.
And we're back in an interesting development under those caution pit stops. Tanner Honeycutt has beat Brandon Hinton out of the pits right now. You're going to have 2 TRN cars starting on the front row, and then 3 Rat Fink cars, as well as a Beer Run Racing car, followed up by another Rat Fink, Tom Ringer, but he did not get his damage repaired, and Thomas Long is there too. But he's a lap down, so this is going to be an interesting one. This is going to be real cool to see what happens.
yeah, they're going to be...
Go ahead.
Going to be battling it out for 7 laps, I believe, so it's going to be all-out dogfight here.
And it's going to be an all-out war right now. Charles Connor is not able to catch up to them in time before they're going to go green, but he's still locked into the P10 position. He's back on pit road, actually. So we are going to go green again right now. And it looks like Tanner Honeycutt's going to get a beautiful launch. Where should he be running? I'm thinking he needs to be ripping that high side.
Going to cut down across the nose of Brandon Hinton, or Todd Front actually, taking the air off him. Be interesting to see if he tries to break the draft at all on the straightaway.
Let's see where he goes. He's now up top. Charles Connor really needs to get out because losing position to Sean Dion is not something he wants to have happen. That is a guy he's battling for the playoff position. Same with Thomas Long. He's really got to get back out on track and get ripping around.
Yeah, I don't believe Charles Connor had a fast break because when I saw him, he still had damage on his car.
Yeah, he might have been out of it. Now, Charles Connor was sitting. He was 3 points ahead of Sean Dion and 23 points ahead of Thomas Long. So where they're running right now, Sean Dion being P11, him being P13, as long as he doesn't lose out to Tyler Waltz, Charles Connor might eke through into the playoffs. '54 is on pit road as well, so he's not at risk of losing that position. 5 to go right now. I don't know. I think Tanner Honeycutt needs to move off that bottom line. I think he needs to get a little higher. I mean, he's maintaining the position, but it's only a matter of time before Todd Perront gets there, and as well as brings up Chuck Burley or Brandon Hinton.
He has to be playing a defensive game as well as offensive. Try to go where they're running, maybe get a little high side momentum.
Well, he's definitely about to give momentum to the 69. When he's running low like that, I don't think in 3 and 4 he can do that. He has to move up that line.
Todd Perront, he's getting a big run here, running up high.
And he takes away that line, but Todd Perront goes a little bit of a lane higher, so a little bit more momentum. But he's going to hold strong and keep him behind him. But Todd Perront's coming. He is getting there.
Car length separates them. Got Chuck Burley trying to make a move on Todd Perront as well.
Yeah, Tanner's going to have to pull up off that bottom. He has to pull up off that bottom now. There's no way he can continue holding strong down low and think it's going to work out. Because, yes, Todd Perront lost out right now, but if he gets there again, do you think Todd's going to give him a chance to block the line, or do you think he's going to move up more?
Yeah, Todd's going to go wherever Tanner's not. So Tanner's best hope right now is that they keep on battling. Coming to 2 laps to go.
Yeah, he's going to take the 2 to go right now. Charles Connor still sitting in front of Tyler Waltz, both logging laps on pit road, but Tanner's going to have to really work for this right now. He is in a must-win situation, so he needs to win this race. He knows that.
Yep, he's extending the gap now with them battling back there, so he's just hoping that he can keep them battling.
Sounds like he's just picking it up more and more now. He's doing what he needs to do right now. I still don't like that bottom line as Chuck Burley goes to the outside, and he's going to try and take position from his teammate.
White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go for Tanner Honeycutt. Can he hold on to it?
Do you think Chuck Burley can get there? Chuck Burley has secured himself in P2. Do you think he can get there at all?
It depends. If he keeps running the high side, Tanner could make a mistake and let him have it.
The unfortunate part, Brandon Hinton led so much of this race, and now he's relegated back to a P4 position. He's going to be looking to get back into P3 at least.
You're 3 and 4 for the final time. Tanner Honeycutt carrying that bottom side out of turn 4. Tanner Honeycutt is going to win this race. Tanner Honeycutt is your winner.
That's how you show up. That's how you show up. Must-win scenario decides I'm going to drive. Tanner locking it up. Chuck Burley, P2, Todd Perront, Brandon Hinton, Brian Souza, Mark Holloway, Christian Clark bringing it home in the top 10 position, Austin Knight. Then you got Tom Ringer and Thomas Long in your top 10 positions. Then you got Sean Dion, Tad Dabney, Charles Connor, Tyler Waltz, Ryan Godfrey, Matthew Tennant, Jackson Cottingham. And then for some reason I'm there in P18, but I did not even race today.
Well, at least you got some points on the board.
They don't count. They'll get zeroed out.
Tanner's
That's
gonna
what Tanner
regret
needed.
that.
Yep.
Todd Perront, P3 finish, man. Anybody who got to the lead, you were harping on them, man. You were there to take away that position at all times. How was that race for you?
Yeah, it was tough. I had a good car. But yeah, it was just hard to pass at the end. Brandon was really good. Tanner, man, he took 2 tires. I didn't think he'd hold us off, but he did. So congrats to him.
Todd, was there anything different you think you could have done in the race today?
Well, that last run right there, that 10 to go or whatever it was, I think I pushed too hard. I should have just relaxed a little bit and try to get Tanner, but I was pushing and I got real tight towards the end. So
Yeah, I saw you falling back there trying to break the draft and whatnot. Was the car doing fine before that, or?
yeah, I mean it was doing good. Like I said, I think I just pushed too hard, and I got let Chuck get by me. I was just getting too tight.
Well, congratulations on your P3 finish. You are locked into the next gen playoffs, if I remember correctly. So we're looking forward to seeing you going out and battle the next 5 weeks looking to get a championship, man. Congratulations.
Yep, thanks a lot. Thanks to y'all, and congrats to Tanner on the win and Chuck for P2.
Let's go ahead and get Chuck Burley on in here. Chuck Burley, congrats on the P2 finish, man. You drove the wheels off that thing. You had that early race spin and rebound to a P2. Talk to me.
Yeah, kind of just got a little excited on the start and cold tires. I think we've all been there at least once. But then I just struggled the whole race, kind of getting back. And then and at the end, I didn't want to race Todd too hard, but I was like, Todd, one of us got to go. So I just told him I'm going. I got the run, so I went on the outside, and then I was just trying to catch Tanner. But the rest of the race before that, it was just struggle trying to get up into the field. But it was good overall, I guess.
Yeah, Todd came in here. He talked about that. He felt like he burnt himself up in that last 7-lap sprint, and then you just had more momentum than him. Man, talk to me about the arrow out there. It seemed like whenever somebody got to the rear end of somebody, if they ran the same line as you, they would arrow push you out of the lane. Did you feel that at all?
Absolutely. That's why I was always trying to get air on my front end by going low. But the problem with going low is you lose momentum and then you just pop back up right behind the guy. So it's like it's a no-win situation. You either stay behind him and just run around single file, or you try to go low to get clean air on your nose. When you're running by yourself, it's faster. But the problem is if there's somebody on the outside, then you can't use the whole track. So that means you slow yourself up a little bit and then you just fall right back behind the guy. So it's definitely an issue at this track for sure.
Yeah, Chuck, man, it was beautiful watching you race out there. We got to get you in the booth one of these days, man. You're very analytical. We need you out here broadcasting one day. But congrats on your P2 finish, brother.
All right. Thanks, guys. Good job on the broadcast.
Our race winner, Tanner Honeycutt, who's still ripping burnouts on the back stretch. What happened?
Dude, your guess is as good as mine. You know, when I started this race, ended up getting the pole. Didn't really understand how, but hey, I was like, okay, maybe I have a shot. Decently fast. As the race progressed on and on, I knew there was no way I was catching Todd Perront or Brandon Hinton. It didn't matter what I did. The long run cars, they have it 100%. What saved me was that last caution. I took 2 tires knowing they're probably going to take 4, hoping that the 2 would work. And before I took my 2 tires, I looked back at what my last set was. I burnt the right side off a lot more than the left, and was gambling, hoping maybe the left wasn't too bad where I wouldn't be able to actually pull through, and somehow it did, and I was not expecting to win at Auto Club, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I didn't know you took 2 tires there, so you did a great job holding them off, and great job on that win.
I appreciate it.
Man, you came in here knowing that you're in a must-win situation to even remotely make it, but it looks like Charles Connor may have slipped through on you, man.
Oh yeah.
Are you just happy you got that race win and gonna carry that momentum through into the playoffs? Even if you're not a playoff driver, are you just happy you know you can get it done?
Um, I 100% am stoked. That is the first win on the new wheel within a week. So that's accomplishment alone. And Damon, make it 9. No, I'm kidding. No, I've been lucky and fortunate enough to win a couple next gen races, a couple truck races, and ARCA, and it's crazy. Never thought I'd end up winning one. There's some fast guys that we raced every 5 times a week, and somehow I've catapulted myself up there to be able to run with them, and it's more of a pat on the back and accomplishment than anything.
Well, congratulations on your race win, Tanner. I hope to see more from you. You are battling for the ARCA playoffs at least. I think you might be battling for another one. So carry that momentum into next week. Keep doing what you got to do. I know the ARCA first playoff race didn't go well for you, but hopefully this gives you a nice pat on the back and a kick forward so that next week in the ARCA playoffs, you get going, man. Congrats.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. And shout out to DES for these 5-6 weekly races we always have. It's always a blast showing up and racing a bunch of these guys. So appreciate it.
Well, Max, that brings us to the end of our Next Gen Auto Club race, man. It was a thriller towards the end. How did you feel about that race?
Yeah, the end where I showed up, it was probably the best part. I didn't see the beginning, but it looked pretty fun out there. Wish I was able to be out there, but these drivers did a great job.
Well, another, again, great job to Damon O'Brien on broadcasting these things, man. You do an excellent job. Thank you to Max for joining us at the end. Max, I hope you're prepared for the playoff battle you have starting tomorrow, because I'm not going to make it easy on you. I want a championship just as much as you do. So thank you to Damon O'Brien, Max Denda for joining us, Jeff Denda for allowing Max to have the internet. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. See ya.